Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah.
What's up, people? How you living? How you feeling? Let us know who we're hanging out with. What's up, Tunchi? What's up, Angel? What's up, Albert? What's up, Tommy? Yes, this is a redraft, mock draft.
That's right.
Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Glad to have you.
How we feeling, y'all?
Yeah, how are you guys feeling? Let us know in the chat who we're hanging out with. And, I'm going to take a second and finish. Oh, wait, have I? Wonder if I. Can you talk now?
Yeah. Hello, hello, hello,
Okay.
hello. Can you hear me?
Need to get the dimensions right for your video.
Hello. Yeah, fair.
What's up, Tommy? What's up, Raw? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome in, guys. I'm a little bit on the unwell side, so keep that in mind. I'm not going to be very exuberant today. So thanks for joining us. We are doing a redraft mock draft. What's up, Gator? And if people want to join, how can they do so, Badaki?
Yeah, if you guys want to join this mock draft, all you have to do is join our Discord link in the description below. Join our Discord, go to the Fantasyland tab with the orange footballs, then go to content releases. That's exactly where I'll be posting the link every single mock draft, whether it's a redraft or in Dynasty, whether you're watching this now or later. Once again, go to join our Discord link in the description. Go to Fantasyland tab with the orange footballs, content releases, and that's exactly how you can join this mock draft. And I'm going to send that link out now so we can get this popping. Flock.
Yes. Let's go ahead and send that out. Let's do this thing. What's up, Tunchi? Gator? Chicken noodle soup? Yeah, definitely should. Definitely should get some chicken noodle soup.
With a soda on the side.
That's right.
Anyone know that song? That's a throwback. There you go. That is sent out to everyone. Join. Let's have some fun. Redraft, mock draft. We got, as always. Ooh, Patrick Surtain. It's been a minute, huh?
Yes. Welcome, Pat.
Sheesh. The Tebow fan made it in.
All right, that is it, guys. We are doing a one quarterback PPR redraft mock draft, no tight end premium. Let's go ahead and start this thing off.
Here we go. Tebow fan got the 101.
CMC and Justin Jefferson 1-2. Jamar Chase at the 1-3. Now let's see what Rowan does.
Ooh, what a day already. 9:48 over here.
Big news, Dalvin Cook is released. Let's see what happens with him. I know a lot of people have been talking about... Apparently, the guy from BDGE is saying that he's going to the Jets, and he has some sort of reliable source. So,
apparently,
that's interesting. So, let's see if that genuinely happens or not.
That would be interesting. I mean,
I
wonder how or why, you know?
Yeah.
Why would he want to go there?
I guess if maybe they do sign him, it kind of, to me, signifies Breece Hall's not going to be ready by week 1.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean.
And if they are trying to win a championship, I guess just get the most amount of bodies in the room that you like.
Yeah,
for the cheapest price.
Yeah, because they're definitely going to be competing for sure. So
yeah,
let's see. Let's see how they do that. Angel, would you guys? Yes, we will be doing some underdog drafts this year. Probably do that a little bit later on as we get closer into the season. Probably do it sometime this month, to be completely honest with you. Just not sure.
Yeah.
When we're gonna do it. Obviously, it's a little bit more of a hurdle for us, I would say. Based off of living overseas, but we'll definitely figure that out. But definitely stay tuned for that.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wide receivers in the first 7 picks. So wide receivers going early, going often. We're back. We're back. Yeah. Diggs and CeeDee Lamb off the board. Yeah, we're going to see a lot more wide receivers in the first round than we're ever really accustomed to seeing. It's not a surprise at all, really, I think, at this point. Yeah, I'll prioritize those running backs personally. Just, it's very, very. Sorry. Okay. Let's see. Okay, you should be able to speak now.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Okay, yep, they can hear you now.
Okay.
What a great
awesome.
start to the stream.
Basically, what I was saying was, we just released our top 24 plays, basically the first 2 rounds of a draft, and Zach and I kind of went back and forth on, why I'm kind of prioritizing these wide receivers over some of these running backs in the first round. Then you're on the clock here at the 2-7.
Yeah. I'm gonna see how this pans out. I have an idea.
Nick Chubb, yeah, no worries. We kind of see Davante Adams going at the 2-6. That's kind of right around where you, if I'm not mistaken, had him.
Yeah, I have him ranked right around there. I think, what was it, 180 targets last year? I need to remind myself. I know there's concerns around the quarterback play. Yeah, 180 targets. Only he and Justin Jefferson are in the 80s. I mean, Tyreek Hill 170, and after that, it's a big drop off to the 150s, 140s, 130s. It's the same coaching staff, right? Different quarterback. So I think the ceiling is a little bit capped when it comes to Jimmy G being the quarterback. We've never really seen him be a very good vertical threat. I can't think of a single time in my life someone that says, "Look at that deep ball from Jimmy G." I've just could never really remember someone saying that. He's notoriously not a good deep ball thrower. So I think that hurts Davante a little bit, but I still think this is going to be a wide receiver that gets 160, 165 targets on the year, regardless of who the quarterback play is. I mean, we saw last year when they did release Derek Carr, we saw Jarrett Stidham. I think Adams put up a 30 game with Jarrett Stidham. So I think he's going to end up being a really good value. And I definitely understand people's concerns, but this team is still built around Adams and Jacobs. They're going to get so much volume that I think they're going to be relatively safe plays.
For sure.
The difference for me between like an Adams and a Higgins is like quite significant. So yeah.
Yeah. Definitely something to look into and keep an eye out on.
I'll say this just lastly. I would be shocked if he falls out of the top 6 or 7 scoring wide receivers this year based off of his volume. Okay. And I think he's consistently being drafted outside of that.
Yeah. It's hard to it's hard for me to envision that without Jimmy. That's what I would say. Sure. And I think that's my biggest thing. If Jimmy's not there, and this is why redraft is so important to do so close to the season, because if you're doing redrafts a month before preseason, whatever the case may be, so many things change.
Yeah.
And if Jimmy G is still not ready for week 1, then I think we will definitely see Davante Adams fall into this late second round. Potentially people fading him and not really trusting in a Brian Hoyer to get him. I would say he's definitely get targeted, but can he move the chain? Can he move the ball? Can he continue having opportunities on the field? And I feel that's very limited.
Yeah. It's hard to weigh up the connection with Derek Carr versus how, like, what sort of downside does Jimmy bring, because, you know, Carr wasn't necessarily a superstar last year either. So
Yeah.
it's a tough balance to try and find.
Yeah.
Etienne off the board, and now King of the World is on the clock. And let's see what he does here. It goes DK Metcalf off the board. Now let's see what Rowan does.
DK Metcalf. So yeah, Josh Jacobs, Najee, Devonta Smith, Mark Andrews right there at the edge of the 301. Travis Etienne,
It
DK,
goes
like you
Patty
said.
off the board. I bet you Catrick Mahomes was hoping that he would fall. Beautiful. So I said earlier I have a plan. I want to see how it pays off. Funnily enough, the running back I had ranked ahead of Nick Chubb, I thought could potentially fall to me. I didn't see Nick Chubb falling to me. That running back is Tony Pollard, my RB7. He goes off the board as the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And this is, I'm liking the squad so far. I think we've got some solid volume, some solid upside at the running back position. Now, really, I just need to find wide receivers that I like that end up being values. But that ended up working out really well for me. I'm not so sure that when we get towards real draft season for, you know, redraft formats, that Tony Pollard's going to be available that late. But
yeah, I would agree. I definitely would agree. I think he would
working
definitely
out right now. I mean, at that point, just try and find out who the person is that you like, and you let fall to the second based off of ADP. So
yeah. Jenna gets Olsen Eckler, Derrick Henry, and those are the two. Ooh, I really wanted Amari there. Those are the two running backs that I have in my first round, or 2 out of the 3 running backs that I would take in the first round at the moment. Obviously, things are definitely can't change. But I just feel really confident in CMC, Eckler, and Derrick Henry right now, all in the first round. No matter, I would say after the 106, feels really comfortable taking Austin Eckler, Derrick Henry, and obviously CMC at the 101 or the 102. Just depends on how you guys want to build that.
Yeah. It goes Joshua Allen to Marshall at the 3-9. Jalen Hurts, Skylar at the 3-10.
Wow.
Cater says trying a super balanced approach.
Yeah.
Shout out to the 29 people watching the stream. Guys, do us a favor, drop a like to show some love. And I want to know from everyone who's watching, where is Dalvin Cook going? I want you to tell me where Dalvin Cook is going to end up. I want to see if there's any latest headlines on that. Has anyone reported potential spots?
He did post a video or a picture of him. Maybe it's just Twitter, obviously, but it says, Dalvin posted it himself, like a picture of him waving, but at the Miami Dolphins stadium.
Oh, Dalvin posted it.
Dalvin posted that photo.
Let's have a look here.
Which I thought was interesting.
June 7th. I don't see. Hey, thanks for the sub, Denny.
Huge love, man.
So I see he posted a video of him scoring a touchdown on the Dolphins today. So
video.
Yeah, that is interesting.
He's also posted a picture. Do you see the picture on Instagram?
On Instagram, no. I'm looking on his Twitter.
Okay, there's a picture on Instagram that he posted of him like waving, but once again, it was at the Miami Dolphins stadium, so it's just very interesting. I'm actually gonna do a different route here. I'm gonna go TJ Hawkinson, the 4-1. Let's try that.
Ooh. Okay, I see. This is the latest one 14 weeks ago. Is it a story? Okay, it's a photo of him in Hard Rock Stadium.
Yeah, 5 hours ago.
So yeah, there was a photo of him in Hard Rock Stadium, but there's not anything of him necessarily waving.
Well, I guess the photo of Hard Rock Stadium, wasn't that him like waving to the crowd? Oh, never mind. He's just dancing.
Yeah, and
Okay,
he's,
sorry.
I mean,
I thought he was like waving to the crowd.
Could be valid. Like maybe he's trying to throw out signals there.
Yeah, I mean, every single report outside of obviously that BDG guy has been saying him linking to the Dolphins.
Yeah, I could see it.
It's every single one. So I'm very interested to see what that looks like. And I wonder what that's going to look like for all those running backs there. I mean, Jeff Wilson, Raheem Mostert, and Devin Achane there. So,
yeah.
Devon.
What's up, Big Breakfast? He says Dalvin to the Jets. Smoothie says Dolphins. I want to hear your predictions, guys. Let us know in the chat. And, you know, again, I don't think most mock drafts are going to work in my favor this beautifully, but this has worked out really well. Someone I would have targeted in the third and I wanted to keep an eye on would have been Keenan Allen. You guys know I really like Keenan Allen this year. I understand Quentin Johnston's coming in. But oddly enough, something that I posted in one of my upcoming videos is looking at the percentage that this team has used Keenan Allen in the slot. I hear a lot of people saying that Johnston's going to get used in the slot this year. I think he will at times. But Keenan played a career high percentage of his snaps in the slot last year, and he was very, very good down the stretch. If you actually look at from the time that he came back after that injury, he didn't miss, right? He played the rest of the season. He was a top 3 running back or top 3 wide receiver in fantasy points per game, in receptions, in targets, in receiving yards. He was top 5. So I think personally that Keenan Allen is a huge value right now if he's going to end up going in the 4th round. So I was a little bit worried about what would happen with my wide receiver room, but right now I feel like this is all panning out really well. Now, you know, who knows what actually happens in the season, but I'm liking the construction at the moment of this roster.
Yeah. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Good choice. All right.
Team 4. Angel likes Team 4.
Team 4. Hill, Olave, Patty, and Debo. There goes Joe Burrow there.
Big Breakfast says, I'm putting my trust in Nick. Big dog gonna eat. So you think it is the Jets then? Yeah, didn't he? What's his name again? Does anybody remember his name from BDGE? I mean, he does great work.
Was it Noah? Or
that's the guy who does Dynasty stuff, right?
Yeah, was it him that said that, or was it? I don't remember who said it from BDG.
Somebody type his name in the chat so I can look at his Twitter. I don't remember his name. It's like Urkel something. We see Burrow and Fields off the board, and now Tebow's up on the clock. I want to see what he's tweeted out today. What's up, Denny? Welcome in. Which of your running back ones do you guys see as having the highest ceiling versus the highest floor? Okay, so running backs ranked in my top 12. I would say the highest ceiling, I mean, it's got to be CMC. You know?
Yeah, CMC.
Safest floor would probably be...
I feel like the safest floor is potentially Austin Eckler.
Yeah, so 1-2. I don't know. It's a hard question.
Yeah, that's how it feels at the moment. I think with Austin, if he's not going to get the work on the ground, he's for sure going to get the work in the air, and vice versa. If he's not going to get the work on the ground, or if he's not going to get the work in the air, he's going to get the work on the ground.
Sean.
You know, so appreciate the sub, man. So I just that's how I would picture it.
Sure. Okay.
J.K. Dobbins.
Not loving this comeback. Not in love with this.
I was hoping that Dobbins would have fell to me there a little bit, but maybe I should have reached there. Gotta have to reach on the edges.
Okay. I feel like there's better value at running back than there is at wide receiver at the moment. And even though I have 3 running backs, I just think it would be potentially a mistake for me just to take a wide receiver out of need. I think the best player available is Miles Sanders, so I'll take him there at the 5-6, and let's see what sort of squad we can build so far, running back heavy. Not sure if I'm allowed to ask a dynasty question. Nope, Sean, absolutely not. Would you move London for Cooper and Dobbins in a win now scenario?
London for Cooper, Amari Cooper and Dobbins.
I don't think I would.
I think there's so much that goes into it personally.
I think it just takes one. It takes Desmond Ridder to be a top 20 quarterback for you to regret that this year. And if Ridder is awful, then it just takes one quarterback change for you to regret that next offseason. I love Dobbins. He's one of my breakouts this year, but I don't think I could do that move. I would need... I think I would need... Jeez. That's just a tough question, man. I just don't think I could do it, man. I don't think I could do it.
I'm interested to know, like, what I was gonna say is, like, if your running backs are like complete despair and like J.K. Dobbins makes a difference, because I think Amari Cooper is going to continue to at least be a top 12, top 15 guy. I think the difference is J.K. Dobbins. How's your running back room? What does that look like? Do you have a solid RB1 already, and is Dobbins going to come in and really bolster that RB2 position, or is that more like I think Dobbins can finish some type of way? Because if you're rebuilding, or if you're trying to win now and you're getting Cooper and Dobbins, I'm definitely questioning it. I'm on the clock here, and I'm probably going to be taking Deontay here.
What's up, Danny? Welcome in, my man. Says missed the link to join because I'm out, but keep up the good work. Appreciate you, man.
Huge love, man. Appreciate you.
You guys keep up the good work. You're doing great.
On the redraft,
Danny with the sub. Appreciate you. Axis, what's up, man? He says, would you keep Pacheco, Pittman, or Montgomery? 2-keeper league. My first keeper is AJ Brown. My first question would be, what's the format? But I think format is pretty important. Right now, I would probably go Pittman. But I also think it depends on the keeper format. Some keepers, you just keep the players, and then they draft as normal. Other keepers, you give up a draft pick in association with that player. So I just think I need a little more context to answer that well. So you go Deontay Johnson and Christian Kirk there.
Yeah, just 2 guys I know that's not going to come back to me. I'm going to be taking my chances with some of these running backs. So let's see who comes back. I got Aaron Jones there, TJ Hawkinson. Obviously, in this format, 2 wide receivers, 3 flex spots.
Yeah.
So let's see how that pans out. And 2 of the guys I kind of brought as some guys I'll be targeting in a redraft perspective, whether it's redraft or best ball. Love where Deontay Johnson's going right now, and how much I believe in that offense going to be taking off this year with Kenny Pickett and Christian Kirk. I think it's just great value, especially compared to where Calvin Ridley went at the 4-3, Christian Kirk going nearly 2 rounds later. I think he's still going to eat there. He's still going to get great opportunity. He may not be top 12, but I think he can definitely finish as a top 20 wide receiver, and he is my wide receiver 4 right now. So I feel really confident in that.
Appreciate that, Danny. Thanks for the sub. Keeper league doesn't involve giving up draft picks. And is it PPR? Is it half PPR? Hollywood off the board. That was probably who I was looking at there next.
Hollywood.
Now that he's gone.
Yeah, the wide receivers are. There's a couple, I guess.
Yeah, there's still a couple, names that I really feel okay with. Okay. Jeez, there's still more value at the running back spot than there is at the wide receiver spot, honestly. Oh, I was looking at my dynasty rankings there for a second.
You got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Okay,
5.
I'm going to take Justin Herbert. I'm going to get the stack there with Keenan Allen.
Fair.
Again, I just don't think that there's proper value at the wide receiver position, even though it's a need. Jamal Agnew over Kirk. Stop it. PPR. Okay, I'm probably keeping Pittman then. Pittman and AJ. I'm not very high on Pacheco. You know, there's definitely other people out there who are higher on Pacheco than myself. I just think that we're going to see Clyde and McKinnon involved. And I'm not sure what his upside truly is in that offense. And then with Monty, he could be... He was a tough one between he and Pittman, but I'm just not so sure if I want to take the running back that has the freak rookie running back right behind him.
Yeah.
So I'll probably go Pittman there, even though I'm not a big fan of Pittman this year.
Mike Williams. James Conner.
So Mike, that's a great pick, James Conner, by the way, Tebow. I mean, that's really well done. Your roster's looking great. Mike Williams, there's a pretty big disconnect between best ball and redraft.
Yeah, I mean, in best ball, he's going pretty significantly high still. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know where he's at in best ball right now.
Wide receiver 34 here, and in best ball, he's like top 22. I think.
Yeah. So I'm not necessarily sure
pretty big discrepancy there.
I guess, you think of those spike weeks. You think of those weeks where he can get 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns.
Sure. Or
maybe get and catch a 60-yard pass and a touchdown. That's what are those points? 12, 15 points for you potentially. Maybe he gets 4 targets, 5 targets that game. Nothing crazy, but at least he gets the bomb touchdown. I guess in the best ball perspective, you're happy to take that chance.
Yeah.
In the redraft, I definitely don't want that,
Sure. Yeah, I hear ya. What's up, Lazy? Says, what's up? That's wild. Pitts fell 2 whole rounds after Badaki took Hawk. Yeah, that is actually pretty crazy to see. People were pretty patient with their tight ends today.
Yeah. They were. So.
What's up, Macy? Welcome in, my man.
How are we feeling, brother?
Okay, this could work. An absolute treat. Let's see what happens with Patrick Mahomes here. Ooh, and it has worked an absolute treat. Welcome to the squad, Treylon Burks. Considering him a little bit earlier, we still get the Herbert Keenan stack, and our running backs are definitely our strength as well as Travis. But okay, we're looking a little good, a little bit better here than what I anticipated.
Yeah, not bad. Good size.
Where do you think Madison will start going without Cook there?
He went here at the 6'9", so I'm personally don't think. Oh, Cortland Sutton. I haven't seen him go that high recently. I don't know if he can break over. Maybe he does, but is he gonna go over Cam, over Joe, I think this is kind of where it is. I think, is it James Conner or Alexander Madison right now? I think that's a good question. I don't think he's gonna jump all the way significantly higher. I would say.
I would
In
have him
best
over
ball, he's
Cam.
still really high.
Just thinking, immediate reactions. I would have him over Cam. I would have him over Monty, Swift,
20
Cook, Pacheco.
So he's RB
Rashad
22
White.
here, by the way.
That's actually exactly where I just placed him on my rankings. RB 22.
Yeah. So he's RB 22. I can see Rashad White. Definitely over Rashad. I still feel confident in Cam and that offense. So let's see what that looks like. Kadarius Toney.
Sean says, I agree with your 9 out of 10 rating for Across the Spider-Verse. Was there anything specific you didn't like about the film? I think the only thing
I saw it last night actually, so which is good. Yeah.
The only thing I didn't love about it was I just felt like it started really slow. I think for like the first 20-30 minutes, just personally, I was just trying to figure out where exactly we were going. Maybe we just needed to build a background for the story to end up being so good. But yeah, I think that was the only thing I wouldn't say I even like disliked about it. I just personally noticed a little bit too slow at the beginning for me. But yeah, 9 out of 10. Incredible. I mean, that's a very, very good rating though.
I thought it was a great movie. I thought I literally saw it last night. Let me just make my picks. I'm gonna take James Cook here. Okay. Now the question is, where do I want to go? You know what? I'll go for my stack as well. I'll take Dak Prescott here. I have CeeDee Lamb.
Nice.
So I'm happy with that. But yeah, I thought it started off really well. I thought it was fast. I felt like, it went straight into the action within like the first 5 minutes. I mean, maybe it was longer, or that, it built up a lot longer than I expected it to build. Or what am I trying to say? Maybe I didn't really realize that it felt that long, right?
Yeah.
Because I was just so like immersed into it. Yeah, I thought it was great overall, personally.
Yeah, no, I liked it as well. Yeah. Quentin Johnson off the board, the 8-3. Then we see Javonte Williams. It was actually an amazing film. I felt like there was so much in the film that you need to appreciate. So it was a lot, in my opinion, but they did a great job with it.
Yeah, they did really good. They did really good, and every time a Spider-Man was on the screen, like you just felt like it switched to their world. I don't know if that makes any sense, but
yeah. I mean, look, 9 out of 10. Like I said, I gave it 9 out of 10. I mean, that's a pretty high rating. There's not many 9 out of 10s in my book. Which rookie wide receiver do you seen having the most impact year one? I've talked about this a lot, but for me, I have Jason as my wide receiver 1 in Dynasty. Addison, I think, will score the most fantasy points in year 1.
Yeah, I would agree there. I think there's definitely pathway for everyone else. Addison is just going straight into immediate targets, right? Like 100+ targets where Adam Thielen is no longer there, where Quentin still has to go over Mike Williams, has to go over Keenan Allen. Same thing with JSN. He has to go over Tyler Lockett, which we all expect both those players to go over them at some point, but probably not immediately right away. But Jordan Addison, complimentary wide receiver 2 with wide receiver 1 upside. So I'm excited for all those guys.
Yeah, 30 seconds on the clock now here in round 9. Thoughts on Team 7? Yeah, looking good. I said this in the video we released today. It may be worth watching. we release the top 24 players. I'm not comfortable taking Breece Hall too early until we get some sort of clearance or assurances, and I just don't see any sort of clearance or assurances at the moment. Yeah, I mean, the question right now in everyone's mind is, does Breece Hall start week 1? Is he ready? I mean, the question I'm even asking myself is, not only does he start week 1, but when does he become the Breece Hall that we saw last year? Because I don't see a scenario in which that is week 1, that he's just the same player. That would be an incredible sort of recovery time for a running back with an ACL.
It is. It is. And we haven't really seen the history of. I tried to look this up, and the only running back that has come back the year after an ACL and has produced crazy numbers was Adrian Peterson.
Yeah.
And finished as a top running back that year. I personally think that he could potentially break the mold. I mean, I felt the same way with Saquon as the whole thing built up.
Yeah. That was rough.
But yeah, and it was rough, right? Like everyone was like, yeah, he's gonna be ready week 1. He was at OTAs. He was saying that he was good, and then a couple weeks, I would say probably like at the beginning of preseason, it started going. He's gonna get ramped up.
Yeah.
He's gonna get ramped up. He will give 40% of the workload week 1, and then he really didn't get back to his form until the second half of the season. I would say the last 8 games of the season, where by that time it's like, well, shit, I shouldn't have drafted Saquon in the first 2 rounds.
Yeah. That's
so
my overall concern there for sure.
Yeah.
It's just not. I think like people aren't asking the right questions. Right now the question is, will he be playing week 1? I mean, that to me is like that's the first question, but that's not the only question. Like the second question is, when will he actually be given RB1 opportunities? When will he be ramped up? Will he play week 6? Will he play week 4? But then it takes him 3 to 4 to 5 weeks to really get into his own skin.
Yeah.
So yeah, just a lot of question marks, I think.
Dang, not that many people that I want here. I mean, I'll take Alvin because I know at least he'll come back in the second half. Running backs are tough. I was hoping Brian Robinson or Samaje was going to fall to me right there. I was going to go hopefully back to back with those guys. Probably left it 1 round too late for the running backs. Not in love with some of these other guys. I'm going to make a panic pick here. I have no idea. I have no idea who to pick. And some of these running backs that are still available are like some guys I'm just completely avoiding. Personally, so there's still one more guy who can potentially get on the comeback. Elijah Mitchell. That's a good pick too. I mean, didn't even think about that.
Yeah, it's a good pick.
All right, not bad. Yeah, it's gonna be ramping up here soon. I mean, first week 2 of June. For me, it kind of just starts all. The countdown really starts after my birthday.
I was definitely considering Michael Thomas there in the 10th. I think that's a good pick. There's not
Took
really
Elijah
a
Moore.
wide receiver that
Talk it
I
up.
really like here, honestly. I think I got to go back to the running back well. And I think that would be Khalil Herbert. I need to double check my rankings, but I think that would be the next running back for me. Yeah. Just not excited about this tier of wide receiver here.
Yeah, it kind of fell off really fast there. So did the running backs.
Yeah. I will say, for a draft that feels like it went real wide receiver heavy based off of what was available on the board, and for me to go wide receiver late, I don't hate this team. But obviously, if you pull off a strategy like this where you have, one wide receiver in the first 5 rounds, you would prefer that league to go RB heavy as well. But yeah, I mean, when I looked at Miles Sanders, like, I couldn't really find a wide receiver I preferred over him. But OBJ, I think, is a really good sneaky pick this year. I think there's a real chance that he could lead that team in receiving outside of Andrews.
Yeah, there's definitely opportunity for him.
Gator says one of his next picks has upside. Let's see. Let's see who it is. Jerick McKinnon. Yeah, it's a good pick. It's a good pick.
Yeah.
And then we take A-Rich in the 11th. Yeah, I like the team. It's looking good. Let's see what Plum does here. Jefferson, DJ, Mike, JSN.
Big old Plum.
Jalen Hyatt off the board.
Talk it up.
Just believe in Jalen.
Just gotta believe in Jalen, huh?
Is Wandale going to be ready by the beginning of the year?
He should be ready. Yes, by the beginning of the year. According to all reports,
Week 11 is when he tore the ACL. That's. I can't believe he had 13 targets in a game.
That was a game he popped off, and it was gradually
9 points.
Yeah, he only had 9 points.
That's what Sleeper's showing me.
Oh, Sleeper. Okay. Here, let me look it up. But yeah, love Wandale this year for sure. I think I said this in one of my videos. He is the only offensive target.
Oh, that was his projection. Sorry.
It was projection. No, he had 13 targets. He had over 19 fantasy points, nearly 9 fantasy points, 19, nearly 20 fantasy points, excuse me. And he tore his ACL that game, and it was going off, man. Yeah. The usage. Oh well, what can you do?
No, not much. Wheels up on Wandale, Big Breakfast says. So if he tore his ACL week 11, I mean, week 1 would be a real. That would be stretching it a little bit, no?
I guess it depends. I mean, wide receivers are a little bit different compared to running backs.
Yeah.
I'm going to be taking another quarterback here. Just feel confident in. And then I'm going to be taking Devin Singletary. Week 11. One thing I wish they had on all platforms are the dates that the game was played.
Sure.
Because you think of week 11, like, dang, what week is that? Is that like in October? Is that November? Like,
yeah.
It's just such a big gap because like October and November is obviously a month difference.
Just type in Lions versus Giants 2022. November 22nd.
Yeah, so that's... Dang, that was like before Thanksgiving, was it? I'm assuming.
How many days has it been since November 22nd, 2022? Was it November 22nd? 190 days. I mean, it's definitely possible.
And then, yeah, November. I mean, it's normally 6 to 9 months right, for ACL to kind of come back, recover, and then you have to go through rehab. So was that November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September? That's 10 months.
Yeah.
So either he's on track, on pace, whatever the case may be, to kind of come back and be ready. But
All right. Darnell Mooney is still there. Oh, gosh. I don't know what to do with that. Probably going to pass it up. Take a little Nico Collins here. Which backfield would you feel best if you got both parts of it? Green Bay, Detroit, Seattle, Philly. Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit.
Yeah.
And you get Monty and Gibbs.
Yeah.
So I feel comfortable with that. D-Town, I'm on ya. I like this. I like my team. Just don't love my depth at the running back position. I'm happy with my depth at wide receiver outside of Jonathan Mingo. Actually, there's really not much depth, to be honest, now looking at it. Got 2 wide receivers, 3 wide receivers in my flex. Yeah, if I could have gotten someone else other than Mingo there. And that is the question mark, right? TJ Hawkinson really changes your game there.
Yeah. How do you feel about that pick?
I still don't mind it, but I don't like the way my team looks overall with TJ there. Like,
Yeah.
I wish I had another wide receiver. Like, I wish I would have taken, like, I could have taken Drake or Keenan or D-Hop, whoever there, and then still gotten, you know, a tight end that I feel more like, look where Pat went, look where Njoku went, Evan Ingram went, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I still try to lean towards the tight end position as much as possible, early as possible, but it still just proves that, like, I'd rather have. Oh, again, Evan Ingram. I mean, what was he last year? He was like a top 10 guy, wasn't he?
I think he finished tight end 5.
Like, if I can get a tight end 5 in the 9th round, and then get a better wide receiver in the 4th, I'm doing that every day. So
Sure.
it's just tough. It's tough to really to manage, but I try. That's why we mock. I try to do different
Thanks for the
things.
sub, Antonio. All right, last pick. We'll take a little Dalton Kincaid with the last pick.
Yeah, big breakfast. Like, I would agree. Like, I don't know if I took him too high or if it was too low, but especially on the edge, I knew, like, if I didn't take TJ Hawkinson there, there's no way he was going to come back to me.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how you have to play on at the edges there. So
Yeah, I hear you. Jenner's got 3 quarterbacks here. I like the team, Jenner. Definitely a good team. I wouldn't roster 3 quarterbacks, but I do like the team.
all right, give me Clyde here with the last pick. I mean, was it top 15 the first couple weeks before the injury?
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. Let's see if he uses him again.
You never know. Certainly is possible.
Done.
All right, guys. That is probably it for today. Definitely appreciate you guys hanging out with us.
Yeah.
Definitely under the weather myself. So I'm going to end the stream, try and relax, get a little bit better. But appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. Drop a like on your way out. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you guys very soon. All love.
All love.